Alright, so I'm back, and today we're going to take a look at the Combiner Wars Devastator Bonecrusher. He's got his bonuses and pluses here, like Scavenger did, but he's all right, just all right. They could have done so much better with these things. So. See, they'll talk about the design. Again, he's got the plain green legs. I wish they would have done something to break it up a little bit. Not much. This arm is all green on the back and on the front, but it's got this little silver break up there, and that's all I need. On the front, you get silver paint and purple hands. It looks good. The shovel, you got this little bit of paint detail right here. And the Decepticon logo all looks good. Head looks great. This is amazing head sculpt. I love it. But other than that, he is what he is. He's got very similar legs, if not straight reuses of Scavenger. No, different legs altogether. Different legs. I'm looking at them side by side. They look the same, but they're completely different from one another, which is nice. This is what I'm talking about. So he's got the wheels sculpted in here, and his wheels are sculpted in back here. So there's no way for them to just flip the designs. Even the legs, while they look similar, like the knees, but they are different sculpts. So they're complete different sculpts on the legs from one another, which is cool. Again, he's got this stupid thing here where you can hold this as a missile pod. And there's my problem with this figure. This is what's keeping him out of being equal to Scavenger is this stupid hip joint right here. How these things are supposed to plug in. They're hooks. They're not tabs. So you got to try and hook them in there. So you put this one in first, and then you pull this one in, kind of at an angle, squeeze them together, and hopefully they'll line up right. Because if they don't, there we go. So there you go. So yeah, he's got big goofy weapon, hips that don't lock in very well. Oh, this set's gonna be fun. Again, I think he would have benefited from just having a pistol. I think that would have really made the set complete. But whatever. So head is on a very limited ball joint. It does look around. It's got a little up and down, little side to side, but it's mostly left and right. Looks good. Works great. Shoulders, ball joints. You get some hollowness there and hollowness there. Now these parts don't feel as KO-ish as Scavenger, so that's nice. He's got a hinge up here right above the elbow, and then he's got a ball joint for an elbow, which comes with, it's a ball joint, so you get the swivel there. That looks good. Nothing at the waist, and the hips. Hips have got this really awesome point of posability where they can, flip out, and so you can have shorter or wider stance if you want them to have, or you can have them like this, so that you can have even wider stance. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I really dig that. But hips are on ball joints. There's a ball jointed knee, hinged feet, so you get the wide stance. So if you really wanted to, you could do this, but the joints aren't tight enough to hold them. There goes the hips again. And then the foot does swivel for this, for the transformation. So yeah, there you go. I would say probably the thing I like the most about this figure is, as up until this point, nobody's been able to use the full shovel for a chest piece. So while it gives him this big wide chest, I like that better because that is a very G1 aspect of the character, was this, which the shovel would fold up and become his chest. The Make Toys one, couldn't do it. The TFC one, part of it became his chest, but the rest of it became his feet. So it's like they tried, but they couldn't quite get it right. So I think this is the best look right there. Just the hips, if the hips were a little bit better, or any better, I think we'd have a better set up with this guy. He's got a backpack. It cleans up fairly well, aside from this piece here, which is only for combined mode. But yeah, there you go. So to transform him, you want to, first off, let's collapse the legs, collapse the feet. Just like so. These are going to come out. Fold this down. This pulls back. Fold the head up. And then this piece here will fold down like so. Fold up the arms. Alright, so these will fold up like so, and then you can rotate these like this, and this will all tab together. This comes back here, and then this will tab in back here like so. Then this will come over, port here, tab plugs there, just like that. And then you fold the leg up like so, and then this tab here will plug in that slot there, tab, slot. Alright, and then you can angle this shovel however you want to, like so. It rolls. It looks good. Again, I kind of wish they would do something with the treads here. A little silver paint in there would have been nice. And that would resolve both the plain look of the alt mode and the plain look of the robot mode. I think that just a little silver paint in there would have been fine. Shovel goes up and down. Yeah, looks decent. So you untab the legs, pull them back down. They hypothetically tab in together down here. Fold out the feet. Rotate the arms down. Flip out the head, and then this all tabs in together. Flip this down. This will. You got to hinge this down at this top hinge all the way, and then you can hinge this from the top hinge. This will actually hinge up, and then that will allow you to have the right appropriate clearance. There we go. All right. So, size comparison. Legends. TFC. Combine Wars Deluxe. Optimus. Sideswipe. And Soundwave. So you get a good idea what it looks like. And here he is with his teammate. There you go. Bonecrusher. Ooh. I don't know what else I could say. He looks good, but he functions like shit. Even a kid would get frustrated with this little waist joint or hip joint there. And I'm not the first person to point this out either. So I know it's not just my copy. It may be a few copies or maybe half the copies. Maybe somebody's got some that fit in just fine, but mine does not. And I know other people's whose do not. So as far as I'm concerned, that is complete total failure on Hasbro's point. Complete failure. Paint quality on it, like him, it looks good where they actually did it, but the legs look completely plain. At least he goes from green to purple. He just green all the way through. I don't know what I just don't know what to say. It's just, this is that waist point right there is enough for me to say this is absolutely an atrocity. But the sad thing is that it gets worse from here. It only gets worse. It doesn't get any better. Some of them function a little bit better as toys, but this guy functions as nothing because of this waist joint. I mean, you saw how easy it pops out. I don't like that. It's completely worthless. And the rest of the figure is decent. It's like, well, this guy's decent. He doesn't have any flaws like that. So, aside from his arms feeling a little KO-ish, he doesn't have the kind of flaws that make him an unusable figure. He does. So you can't have an okay figure with design flaws. It doesn't make him okay. It makes him shit. So, you could be okay and no design flaws, or you could be great with design flaws and then, people will overlook it. But you can't be okay with design flaws. It just doesn't work that way. So he gets a 3 out of 10 just because of those hips. Lack of paint, is bad enough. Hollowness is bad enough, But the hips make it so that he's just shit. If you were to buy these guys and display them in robot mode, first question would be why. Second thing would be you'd want to glue this together so you'd never be able to use this as a transformer ever again. Which, why would you do that? But that's the only way this is really going to ever function as an action figure. The truck mode looks okay, but very green, and we'll go over all the combined mode crap when we get to the combined mode. But yeah, if you found these guys in the store, I'd say, if you found him on clearance, pick him up. If you find him, I don't care if they give you money, don't take this thing. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. And I question, Takara. They're repainting it and they're retooling some of the parts to have better posability or whatnot. But Yeah, the real question would be is, are they going to try like they did the Superion set, which actually looks really good, or are they just going to phone it in like they did the Minosaur set? Because they know the set's beyond repair. I really wish they would just make these things, would have made these things deluxes, because I'd forgive these things for deluxe if they're deluxes. But these are supposed to be Voyagers, $25 figures a piece. Somewhere around that range, and it's like, are you kidding me? This is not a $20 or $25 toy. This is a $15 toy, maybe at best. $10 a piece. Now we're talking. But this is bad.